San Francisco is one of those areas that takes a little bit of getting used to. When I first got here, it was kind of a culture shock. You come to Panama, you see all these big high-rises everywhere, and it's just a very different cultural experience if you're coming from obviously North America to Latin America, but even from Costa Rica to Panama. San Francisco is one of those areas that I stumbled upon. I didn't really know much about the area. I found an apartment. I did an apartment tour. It did very well on this channel, which will be right up here. And I kind of fell in love with the area. It is, the best way to explain it, it's like organized chaos. So it's a lot of, two-way streets or two-lane streets. Sometimes they go each way, sometimes they're one way. You never really know. There's stop signs, nobody really pays attention to them. Like the guy right there, there's a stop sign right here, but nobody really pays attention to them. So when it gets a little chaotic, traffic in San Francisco is a nightmare. That's the downfall to San Francisco. But in San Francisco, there's everything that you're going to need. If you're single or you're a couple, or meaning you don't have any kids, there's restaurants, there's coffee shops, there's barbers, there's hair salons, there's everything you're possibly going to want or need is in San Francisco. In my apartment tour, I talked about the closest gym being a 2-kilometer walk away. Well, times have changed. There's a new kind of gym chain opening up called Power Club. I just signed up for a week. It was $24. I'm sure it's about maybe 50 or 60 bucks for the month. It's got everything you possibly need, and it's in San Francisco. Problem is they're closed on Sundays. So I'm creating videos on Sundays. San Francisco was initially all family homes, and then all of a sudden, apartments started popping up everywhere. It makes San Francisco really unique because you could have a bunch of homes and then a high-rise. Or it could be a high-rise, a home, a high-rise, a home. Kind of odd, as I'm walking up to one basically right now. That wasn't there a year and a half ago. And next to it is a home. It's a huge monstrosity. I don't even know what it is, but there is a lot of building going on in San Francisco. San Francisco is basically Panama's middle class. You're gonna find everything, high-end restaurants to, hidden gems. There's a place called My Burger, best burgers in town. Always empty, I don't think anybody knows about it. Sorry guys. Best burgers in town. They have something called chicken jelly. It is like an $8 burger that is amazing. They've got some higher end restaurants like Bruto, I believe it's called, as well as Stizzoli. Stizzoli is one of my favorites. They've won cocktail awards for Panama as well as Latin America, but you won't find them on these 50 best lists. So a lot of people don't know about it. It's one of those hidden gems of Panama. Walking through certain areas of San Francisco, Calle 50 or Calle 50 is a main street running through Panama City. It basically goes from the banking district all the way through to Coco del Mar, which is actually just back there. This is where you're going to find a lot of the marches or the protests that happen in Panama. But with the new president, he's basically said, no, you're not protesting in Panama, which is great because it doesn't make traffic an absolute nightmare. So along this strip, you will find there's a Mazda, there's a Domino's, there's a Subway. There is a Narocha, which is kind of like a Bay back home or something. There is a lot of the big box stores that you're going to find, a grocery store down there, are along Calle 50. And then when you get off the beaten path, it's all just like boutique shopping and little hidden gems. A lot of hidden restaurants, a lot of unique coffee shops. You can go up and down the street. Like I said, be careful. You don't know which way traffic's going. Here's a dog trying to run across the street. They definitely like to speed along here. If things just get to be a little kind of chaotic in certain areas of San Francisco. So going straight back up to this building right there, that is my old apartment where I did the apartment tour. It is called Portofino. A lot of people have been asking me the name of it. The thing about Panama is you notice that a sidewalk is never really finished, so you have to be very careful when you're walking and doing videos like this because you might actually end up in a hole. So when you're a small family and you're moving to Panama City, you're going to need a few things. A grocery store, that is the Ray right back there. You're going to need schools. There's a public school system, I know that for sure, in San Francisco, as well as private schools. If you're looking for international schools, not far from here, about a 10-minute drive is Costa del Este, and that is where you're gonna find a lot of the international schools. You're gonna also want places for, kids to play. That's Parque Omar. You're gonna want restaurants, coffee shops, all sorts of different things to do. Well, you've got that. You've got gyms. Everything that you're going to need is in San Francisco. It's a middle-class community. Costa del Este or Santa Maria are a little bit higher end. You're gonna need a hotel in case you have family come to visit. There's a Sheraton not far from here. There's a storage place just in case you can't store enough stuff in your apartment and you have to store it in a storage facility. There's many, many banks in San Francisco and everything is pretty much walkable. But in Panama, not a lot of people walk. Pretty hot, you'll see the bus stations jammed, packed, sitting there for 20, 30 minutes when they could have easily walked. But you won't find a lot of people walking when it comes to Panama City. When you first come to Panama City, you're looking for hidden gems or highly suggested restaurants to go visit. Well, this is Miranda. It's something that I kind of stumbled across living basically down the street. Amazing sandwiches, brilliant coffee, and pretty much everything on their menu is really, really good. It's 9:30, I guess they're not open yet on a Sunday, but they're probably the best brunch place, I would say, in Panama City. When you're looking for really good restaurants, and yes, you can Google anything top 50 of this and top 50 of that, you won't find Casa, Stizzoli right there on any of those lists, which is surprising because they've won the best cocktails many years in a row. Maybe not for 2024, but they did for 2021 and 2022 when I was living in this area. It's an amazing brunch place on Sundays. Again, 9:30, I guess it's too early. It's too early in San Francisco, which is totally fine, but it is one of those hidden gems that you're going to get amazing food and also amazing drinks. So with San Francisco, you have to be pretty careful. There isn't much of a sidewalk, as you can see. The cars definitely have the right of way when it comes to walkability in Panama City. San Francisco is no exception. So as you can see, there's not much of a shoulder. Riding a bike here is probably not really gonna happen. So you have to be very careful. Also, the sidewalks are pretty uneven and whatnot, but that kind of adds to the charm of San Francisco. There's just a lot of one-way streets, a lot of two-way streets. You just never really know which way. When we were driving around here with Kylie, shooting different places, we couldn't figure out which goes which way. You kind of just guess. Oh, you see a car, okay, good, I think I can go down this road. Yeah, it's kind of organized chaos. It seems to work. So I definitely suggest you come visit. This Parque Omar. Parque Omar is right in the heart of Panama City. It is amazing. It's got everything you could possibly imagine. Kids play parks, 3.5 kilometer track all the way around, a gym inside, an auditorium inside, and best of all, loads and loads of greenery all throughout parks. So no matter where you're looking, whether it's a drone or any of the adjacent buildings, you see nothing but a green jungle. This was one of my biggest deciding factors when I came to San Francisco. I wanted to be close to a park that I could do things. I got into running and I would run around the track. It's like this and like this, so it's definitely a workout. You see people doing it all the time. You are allowed to cycle in certain areas. Certain tracks are only allowed to run rollerblade, I believe, and other things. But if you're looking at somewhere to come in Panama City and you like greenery, I would definitely look at San Francisco. I've asked a lot of families that live in San Francisco and they say that Parque Omar is a frequent visit. I know friends with nannies, they've both got working jobs, and the nanny just walks the kids in the strollers like around the park. This is a one-stop shop for everything that you're going to need if you're looking at San Francisco. I used to come to this kids or children's play park every morning. As you can see, there's probably not a lot of people out at early. This is 9:30, so this is definitely not early, but in the morning there's nobody here. I used to hang a T-Rex, like on any of these bars and just do a workout. There'd be a lot of other people working out. There's even a place for, I guess, kids to practice driving at a young age. Yeah, like a whole area, all the different stop signs and everything you could possibly imagine, and kids can practice. They definitely need it. Well, Multiplaza borders San Francisco. Multiplaza is a giant shopping center. Everything that you're going to need if you like high-end shopping. Anything from Nike to Hermes. It's only about 10 minutes to Costa del Este, 5 minutes to Punta Pacifica. Obviously depending on traffic, because traffic in San Francisco can get pretty bad. Like I was saying, it's organized chaos when people drive. That person is going backwards. I've seen that actually happen a couple times here. They miss a street, so they just decide to back up the whole way instead of going all the way around. So if you're looking to live in San Francisco, my apartment tour right up there was $800 a month. That was about 2 years ago. So I believe it's about $1,000 a month. If you're looking for a 2-bedroom, it might be as high as certain areas of San Francisco. It can get up to about maybe $1,500 a month for a 2-bedroom. To rent, to buy, I've seen places in here, depending on obviously how high you go, the price gets more and more expensive, but I've seen you can get into certain places at $200,000, $220,000 or so. So costs of like going out. So if you're looking at different restaurants, obviously Miranda's a little bit more expensive, but the food is top notch. It was 2 vanilla lattes and their hash with a 10% tip worked out to be $31 US. So it's a little bit more expensive. They have some very nice choices in San Francisco. Stizzoli's around the same price. Bruto is about the same price. But then you can also go to a mom and pop shop and get like a $7 burger, which is also top notch. So there's a lot of opportunities when it comes to food. When it comes to groceries, the Ray, like I mentioned before, where the Ray in different neighborhoods can fluctuate in price. Here to say San Miguelito will be different because that's just how Ray and grocery stores work when they are in Panama. They fluctuate dependent on the neighborhood. San Francisco is a little bit more expensive, and because of that, things are more expensive here than elsewhere. So there are, you know, other grocery stores around, but I usually use the Ray, and things are relatively, you can get away for maybe like $1,500 to $2,000 a month, depending on your rent situation. San Francisco's known for a lot of like mom and pop shops, or just literally small boutiques as well. So you got Casa Stizzoli, and then you've got Casa Mona. If you're looking to decorate your house, that's definitely a one-stop shop. And then as you go down, as you can see, it's just like little houses. That's a catering company, and then big building. And then you go down here and you got a car wash. And then as you go further down, you've got a dog grooming place. And then there's just all sorts of different nooks and crannies when you're looking at San Francisco. Like there, you've got a coffee shop, a beauty supply, a hair salon, a dog groomers, BMC is bikes, and then further down here, you've got another restaurant, a Unami down there, a barber, Don't Tell Mummy, whatever that happens to be. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know in the comments section down below. Do you want to see more like it? It's kind of new for me, so I'm not used to doing these types of vlogs, walking and talking around certain areas of Latin America, but it makes sense. If you want to see more like it, let me know other areas that you would like me to go to.